Do you think of yourself in this way as
No.
a style icon?
Are you kidding? I just want to be comfortable and get out of the goddamn house. Hello, I'm Jerry Seinfeld, and these are my essentials. This is the Swiss Army knife executive, discontinued model. You know how you're always trying to get into things and fix things and there's strings and someone's got a tag? This, a very close friend of mine, Ronnie Shakes. One night we were eating at the Green Kitchen on First Avenue and there was no knife, and he took out his Swiss Army knife and he opened it and ate his pie with the Swiss Army knife. And he said to me, never ever go anywhere without a Swiss Army knife. And from that day, I haven't. I never go anywhere without one. I love things that are embody a word that I learned many years ago, quintessence. Quintessence is something that is perfectly itself. There was a book about that in the 70s, and it was filled with all these objects. I learned from that book that that's what I want. That is the thing that I want in my objects, quintessence. I love Patagonia. I have loved Patagonia since the 80s in Seattle. When I found the company, I love their colors, I love their functionality. I've had this backpack probably 15 years. It's got a little Superman keychain. You know, when you get this going, you get this, there's like a move, and you're just gone, and I'm out the door. When I went to buy this, I had another backpack that I had used of theirs, and I said, I have this backpack, but I want a new one. And they said, why? And what's wrong with the one you have? I go, nothing. Don't you want to sell me a new one? They go, if you want. They don't want you to ever want another one. That's my kind of company. I've always written on yellow pads. I wrote the entire Seinfeld TV series, every single episode like this. I like to write more than Larry did, so I would keep the notes. And I always use these. Even if you're writing comedy, a legal pad, it says, I'm taking this seriously. I love pens. I think pens are a very important creative tool. Keyboards really crush your freedom, and it's too corporate. To be creative, you want to feel like you're getting away with something. I'm like the only person you know. I finish them. I don't lose them. I don't lose anything. And I will take this pen and that ink all the way down to the bottom, and then it runs out of ink. Can you imagine how satisfying that is? To finish a big pen. I've done it thousands of times. There's a hole in the top of the cap because a kid swallowed a cap and died. So these idiot lawyers said, well, we'll put a hole in the cap, which really disturbed me aesthetically. And I called the president of BIC. This is the reason why you get your own TV series. I called the president of BIC, Bruno BIC, and he took the call, because I had my own TV series. And I said, why did you put a hole in there? Why did you change it? And he explained to me this story with the lawyers, and they said, to keep kids from choking on the cap, we'll put a hole in it and they can breathe through the hole. I think this is happening a lot. You want to talk about quintessence, this thing has it. I have been wearing the Nike Shox for many, many years. I'll tell you right now, I don't have great feet. So I always like the Shox, because if you live in Manhattan and you walk around Manhattan a lot, Manhattan it's a hard pavement. So these obviously are little shock absorbers. And I think they're cool looking because if you look at them in plan, as we say in architecture, they kind of Coke bottle in the middle, which is like a track flat. All other sneakers, they don't pinch in the middle, which is the coolest look for a sneaker. Coolest sneaker in the world is a track flat. Nobody wears them anymore, and people do make fun of me for wearing them, and that only makes me like them more. And they're tough as hell. They're car-like, you know, to have shock absorbers, it's car-y, so I feel like they're little cars. Breitling Cosmonaute 24-hour watch that was designed by Breitling for Scott Carpenter to orbit the Earth. Astronauts cannot tell if it's AM or PM because they're orbiting the Earth like every few minutes, so they don't know. Obviously, there's no day or night in space, so he wanted a watch that only goes around once, so you know if it's AM or PM. You don't have to wonder. It's hard to tell what time it is with this watch. And I like that because I get to stare at this fantastic face longer. It's got a slide rule bezel, obviously a chronograph function. I would never go anywhere without a stopwatch. I time everything. I go into a restaurant and the table's not ready and the maitre d' says, we'll have it for you in 5 minutes. I go, great. When I am home or in my office and I'm making coffee, I use this pot. It's quite complex. You gotta know what you're doing. It is time consuming. It's a great thing to waste time. The secret of life is to waste time in ways that you like. You spend all your life trying to save time, but when you get to the end of your life, there is no time left. And you'll go to heaven and you go, but wait, I had Velcro sneakers, no iron shirt, clip-on tie. What about all that time? It's gone. It's fun to make. I'm not gonna explain it. It's a whole procedure. You gotta learn it. So then you put it on your stove and then you wait. You open the top and then you wait. You gotta wait. And again, use your stopwatch to see how long it takes. But once it starts to bubble out of there, you gotta close that right away because otherwise it'll go all over. It's a giant mess. This thing was invented in 1938, by the way, and it's flawless. Every home in Italy has one, and they still somehow figured out how to go bankrupt. That's Italy. That's what I love about Italy. Make the greatest thing in the world and still screw it up. It's called Meditations. It's by Marcus Aurelius. So this guy, Emperor of Rome, leader of the entire world at the time, 150 AD, every night he would write his thoughts about his life and how to do things in life. It's really about perspective, how to look at things in life, especially things that bother you. It's not a real book. It's just a series of thoughts that he has. So, you pick it up and you read like 2 pages is all you gotta read. When you're reading it, just imagine the absolute peak of the Roman Empire. Think of this guy's life, trying to envision his bedroom with, what did he write with? Not a BIC pen. He wrote how annoying people are. Don't be surprised by how difficult things are. He says, what in ourselves should we prize? An audience clapping? No. How funny is that for me as a comedian to read that? No more than the clacking of their tongues, which is all that public praise amounts to, a clacking of tongues. So he tells you, do not pursue other people's recognition as an end goal in itself. What you pursue is the quality of the work that you're doing, not the result of people liking it, hating it. The hell with that. Likes, what are likes? Other people liked it. If you're pursuing that, your train's off the track. 2 sentences I read. Genius. So I've got this movie coming out, Unfrosted. I'm going to seek the most vicious, negative, hostile, cheap, backstabbing reviews I can find. You know why? I got this guy. I'm gonna just laugh my ass off. Because whatever your opinion is of the movie, that's your opinion. This is my team. When I look at this logo, when I look at these colors, I'm 5 years old. In my den, and I'm watching baseball on TV, and I'm eating a Pop-Tart. The Mets are never not watchable. All these teams have no idea what they're doing. No one really succeeds according to plan. It's all random, it's all meaningless. That's the joy of it. If you don't embrace randomness and meaninglessness, forget watching baseball. I like the dad hat because you can make it tighter if you're in a convertible, and you can hang it on things. There's some use for this hole. You can hold it, spin it. These two things, this thing and this thing, this is cinnamon, this is peanut butter, clinically proven to make you happier. I recently discovered this brand, Woodstock. Very simple peanut butter. This is gonna gross you out a little bit. I will put peanut butter on a hard-boiled egg. Sorry, go ahead, try it, I dare you. Why is almond just forcing its way into everything? Almond milk, almond butter, peanut butter. George Washington Carver. This is a jar of honey. I'm the guy who made a movie about bees because I love bees. The bees are the most elegant societal structure ever created. Bee society works perfectly. No bee looks at any other bee and goes, how did he get that job? Why aren't I doing that? How much does that bee make? Levi's made and crafted. They try and make them a little more quality to it, maybe. Why does every pair of Levi's fit differently? I don't know. I don't really know about the quality control of this company, I really don't. This is called arcuate stitching. That's the little V of Levi's. Brilliant graphic. When jeans don't have it, it's just like, it disturbs you, right? It's like, just a plain pocket jean looks so weird to me. That book, Quintessence, Levi's 501s were in that book because they're considered one of the most perfect objects ever made by man. You can't add or subtract anything to it without ruining it. I bought a bunch of them. I don't know if they'll ever make them again. 511. I'm not gonna tell you the waist or the length. Remember that episode? I found out about this guy, Brunello Cucinelli, recently. He seems to be out of his mind. He lives in Solomeo, Italy, where he grew up, and he transformed this town into this insane brand where they charge prices that make no sense at all, but the quality is there. I would say quality is the word that pulls me through life by the nose. I just look for it, I seek it. If I see it all to go up or down in any way with anything, I'm very attentive to that. I don't really care about much else. So this guy is very good quality, and I don't think men wear enough sport jackets, women too. It just pulls anything you're wearing together. The scarf is the greatest garment of all clothing because of how it enables you to adjust to a range of temperatures. I live in New York. I would never live any place that does not have 4 seasons. I find that to be a pathetic way of life. If you don't have 4 seasons, it's like you don't have all the colors. I like freezing, I like sweating, I like, oh my God, this season's over, we're gonna get a new one. If you're wearing a t-shirt and jeans and you throw on a blazer and a scarf, people think you look nice. But you don't.
And then the last item is your Star of David necklace, Jerry.
Oh, well, I'm not going to show you that, but I can talk about it. Yes, I wear a Star of David necklace because it makes me feel closer to the people of Israel that I feel close to. And that's why I wear it. Thanks for checking out my essentials. Make your life more essential and more quintessent, and you'll be happier.